I, Umang Kejriwal, welcome you all to the next video of the Android app development tutorial. So, like, I'm uploading the video from last a long time because I was busy in some other work. So, in this video, basically, I will be telling you how to create a new project in Android Studio and then how to run that project. So these two things will be covering in this two video. And in the previous video, I have already told you how to install Android Studio and the remaining other softwares that we need for this Android app development part. So if you have not installed the Android Studio software or Java software, you can go to the previous video. I'll share the link in the description. You can go to the previous video or you can click the link, just you can see on the right top corner, and you can install the Android Studio and then you can come back to this video. Okay. So before starting the video, I would like to request you that if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and please click on the bell icon so that you will get the notification every time when I will upload any new video. Okay, so let's start the video now. So when you start the Android Studio, like you have to simply go to the start menu and search for Android Studio. After installing the Android Studio, you will be getting this option. So when you click on this, you will be getting this window by default. Okay, so here you will be getting a blank screen because these are the projects that I have created. So right now, I hope you have not created any project, so you will not get any kind of data here. Okay. Now what you have to do, you have to click on start a new Android Studio project. I will click on this. So it will open a window. Now this is a template. Like we can use different templates that basically reduces our work of programming. Like this means that there will be no activity. It simply means that there will be no activity inside this. So here, like in Android app, the activity plays a major role. Like whatever the screen we see, that is called activity. Okay, so that's a major part of our Android. So we need an activity for displaying any screen in the application. So if you select this option, then you have to manually create the activity. Now this will be having some basic coding of the activity with some basic features. So right now we'll not go to different like templates. We'll be taking the basic one, that is an empty activity. In the empty activity, there will be only one activity in which there will be no some features. So I'll be using this because I want this session from scratch, so that if you don't have any knowledge about Android, you can also learn this. So I will be making all the videos from scratch only, totally for beginners. Okay. So I'll select here empty activity and then I'll click on next. Then here it is asking you the name of your application. So you can give any name of the application. So here I will give the name as my first project. You can give any name. So I'll give the name as my first project. Okay. Now in the package name, you can give any name. Like package name is what? Like if I simply show you, if I simply go to Google and if I open the Play Store, I'll just show you. When you download any app from the Play Store, like let us take example of any app. Like suppose I'm taking an example of this Amazon. So if I click on Amazon, you can check the URL here. ID is equal to in.amazon.mshop.android.shopping. This complete is the package name. This complete name is the package name. If I click on this Flipkart, the package name is com.flipkart.android. This is the package name for Flipkart. If I click on OLX, com.olx.South Asia. This is the package name for OLX. So this package name is unique, which basically package uniquely identify your app on the Play Store. So if you take the same package name in your project, the same OLX package, so you will be able to create the project here. But when you will go and upload to the Play Store, in that case you will not be able to upload because this is already existing. It's a unique name that is given to your app. The name can be repeated. I can give here OLX. That's fine. But the package name should not be repeated. So right now you can take anything. And one more thing, like the package name at least contain 2 parameters. Like if I write here com.umang, that is fine, no problem. But if I simply write umang, that will give the error. The package must have at least 1 dot separator. So 1 dot separator should be there. So umang dot first project. I will write here umang dot first. So that will work. So umang dot first dot project, I am taking the package name. Now this is the location where your program will be stored. Okay. So let me change the location. In my case, you can leave as it is, whatever the you are getting. Okay. So yeah, let me create a folder here. YouTube. Okay. Now in this one, I will create my project. That's my project. And after giving slash, I will give the name, like I will give the name as the same thing I will give. Okay. Like this. Okay. So that's your path. Then the language, what we want to use. There are 2 languages, Kotlin and Java. So we will be learning in Java. So I will select here Java. Okay. Now this is a minimum SDK. Minimum SDK means what is the minimum API, minimum version that your app should support. If I select here 19, that means your app will be downloaded on 19. That means KitKat or above this. Below this, it will not be supported. So you should take as low as possible. But in some case, we have to take KitKat or Lollipop, any other version. Because suppose there is some feature which was launched in KitKat. And I want to use that feature in my app. So in that case, I cannot take KitKat. I will take the other version like, in that case, I cannot take these all jelly bean and ice cream sandwich. I will take KitKat only in that case. Okay. So right now we'll take the small one, like this one I will take here. That's it. And then I'll click on finish. So after finish, it will take some time to load the project and to build the project. So it will take some time, depend upon your RAM. If you are having a good RAM and if you are using a good memory, then your project will be built in very fast. But if you have a slow RAM like 4 GB RAM or 5 GB RAM or 2 GB RAM, it will take a lot of time to build. So here build means that it compiles the complete project and check the syntax. So that basically build means. So right now it is building the project, and after building it, you will get the message that build completely. So I will suggest you when the build complete, then only you write the code, whatever the code you want to write. Okay. So I'll just wait for completing the build. Meanwhile, what I will do, I'll just pause the project, pause the video so that you don't have to wait so much of time. Okay. Okay then, so you can see here, my build has been completed now. Okay. And now I will be able to write the code. So here, here you can see the message here, Gradle sync finished in 1 minute 4 seconds. That means my build has been completed. Now, this is the app folder, like where you can see the files on which you want to write the code. And here, these are the different architecture here. Like if I select Android, I will be able to see only the files that we require. I don't be able to see all the files of the project. But if I select here project, I will be able to see all the files that is created in the project. So here lots of files are of no use of our use. So it's better that you select here Android only and just see the file whatever we have to use in our like programming part. So this thing I will be covering in the other video, that how to write the code, and this one, what is the use of these files, will be covering in the other video. Okay, right now just I have to explain that how to take a new project. So now we have created a new project here, and it creates 2 files, like activity main.xml and main activity.java. In the XML file, you have to design your layout, that how you want the layout. These are my different widgets that you can use in the XML. In the coming video, I will be explaining about these widgets, that how to use these widgets in your application, these different types of widgets. Okay. And here you can see, like this is the coding part. Like if you click on this, you will see the code of this XML file. Okay. I'll explain this in the coming videos. If you click on this, it will divide this into two parts. So here you can see the screen and here you can see the code. So meanwhile, you can write the coding here and the same output you will see here on the screen. And this is for design part only, that you can see the design part only. You cannot see the code here. So there are different layouts that you can change here. Okay. So this was the overview that how to create a new project in the Android. Now, if you want to run this, you have to create one virtual emulator. Like you can click on this. Like by default, there is no emulator here. So you have to create the emulator from here. So you can click on Open AVD Manager. Like by default, it's not, this pixel you will not get there. You can click on this AVD Manager and you can click on Create Virtual Device. Then you have to select your phone. You can select any phone from here, like whatever phone you want. I'll suggest you select the phone of 4-inch or 5-inch because it will take, otherwise if you take 5, 6-inch or 7-inch, it will take lots of time to open. And according to your RAM, it takes the time. Okay. So you have to select any phone and then you have to click on next. Then here you have to download any one of these. So you can download any one of these. If you have not downloaded, simply click on download, and I have explained this in the previous installation video also. So you can download this, and in the next, you can give any name here and you can click on finish. So when you click on finish, you will be getting like this. Okay. So now I can run my project on this. So now I will simply click on this run button and it will take some couple of minutes and it will run your project on that emulator. So this emulator is what? It's a virtual kind of Android device where you can see the output of your app. And you can directly run the application in your mobile phone also. For that, you have to enable the developer option in your phone and you can run it. So I will just tell this in later classes, in a later video, I will be telling this, how to run this in your phone. Okay, so I will wait for some time. Now see, you can see Android emulator, my emulator is now starting. So let me go to the home page by clicking on this home button. This completely looks like a mobile phone that we use. It's completely, you can see the layout is similar like a mobile phone, same way. Okay, so my project is now right now building, and after building it will run and it will slow down. I'll just wait for some time. And like if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe it and click on the bell icon. And you will get the notification whenever I upload any new video. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, right now it's installing in my emulator. And now you can see I got the output here. It will take some time. Yeah, you can see. So this is my app. So we have successfully created the project and run the application. So if you come back here and if you go to the menu, you can see, yeah, here you can see my first project here. So I got the icon here. So we created the app and we have installed the application in the emulator. So that's how you create the Android application project. That's all. Now, how to create different types of projects we'll be covering in the next video. Okay. So if you like the video, please subscribe it and share with your friends and click on the like button. So if you subscribe and share, I get more motivated and I will make more videos for you. So please subscribe and share with your friends. I will meet you in the next video. So take care all of you. Bye and see you in the next video. Bye.